Every single day, the global design machinery works overtime to convince you that your house isn't good enough. And I really hope I'm not doing that. That's never my goal here. I would never want to make you feel bad about what you have. But the thing is, you can't escape this feeling. You open an app, you scroll past a few videos, and you are immediately hit with an absolute avalanche of hyper-curated, heavily stylized images of immaculate modern living. You see these spaces, they're bathed in perfect studio-grade lighting, styled with thousands of dollars of props, and edited to absolute perfection. Your brain then naturally registers that image as an undeniable blueprint for success. If you don't have that, then you don't got nothing. You tell yourself that if thousands of people are liking this specific look online, it must be the secret to achieving that luxurious life that we're all craving. Maybe not all of us. Shout out to my Buddhist friends watching. If you take a step back and look at the actual physics of a real home, you start to realize there is a massive, incredibly expensive disconnect between a space designed to perform for an algorithm and a space designed to support human life. The interior design industry, heavily backed by corporate paint marketing, relies on manufacturing an artificial consensus around a handful of flashy trends. They package these ideas as the ultimate shortcuts to style. But when you drag those concepts out of the studio and slap them onto standard, good old residential drywall, the illusion collapses. You end up with a house that feels cold and frantic and completely dated in like a couple weeks. So today, we're going to expose the most overrated, overhyped paint trends dominating the design world right now. And I'm not going to talk about like basic color wheel theories in this video. We're going to examine the real world structural problems and psychological realities that cause these trends to fail. And more importantly, we're going to look at the high conviction, sophisticated alternatives you should be doing instead to ensure your home feels timeless, balanced, and genuinely premium. Let's start with a trend that has been completely romanticized across every single luxury home blog over the last few years. The high gloss, all over lacquer finish. You know exactly what this looks like. Kind of like plastic, really. It's typically in a library. Who has one of those? A small den, or a tiny little powder room where every single square inch of surface area, all the baseboards, the doors, and the ceiling is coated in a rich, dark jewel tone, using an ultra-reflective high-gloss paint finish. Under perfectly controlled photography conditions, it looks like an old money English estate. It feels highly theatrical, quite glamorous. The problem is that high gloss paint, it kind of behaves like a forensic magnifying glass for structural flaws. So if anything's off, you'll see it. A glossy surface, it works by reflecting light directly back in your eyeballs. The higher the sheen, the more light it reflects. And if you throw maximum reflection onto standard residential drywall, you aren't highlighting beauty, you are highlighting every single mistake made during the building process. Sorry to tell you, drywall is inherently imperfect. It has minor settling ripples, uneven tape seams, slight nail pops, and variations in texture from the painter's roller nap. The moment you cover those walls in a high gloss finish, every single one of those microscopic flaws catches the light and gets magnified by a factor of like 20. Unless you have the budget to hire a specialized master craftsman to do a nice perfect skim coat on your entire room with multiple layers of compound and sand it down to a sheet of glass. And even psychologically, an all-over high gloss room is an incredibly fatiguing place to spend time. When you turn on a standard table lamp in the evening, the light doesn't diffuse smoothly. It bounces aggressively off the walls, creating sharp, blinding hot spots of glare that cause immediate eye strain. It makes the room feel frantic and restless and visually noisy, which runs entirely counter to how an upscale, calming sanctuary should function. Don't you think? If you really have a thing for that quiet drama of a dark, moody room, but want to avoid the frantic glare and the structural disappointment of a lacquer finish, the sophisticated move is to shift your entire philosophy towards light absorption. Instead of trying to force your walls to behave like mirrors, you want to use a finish that swallows light completely, creating an infinite visual depth that makes the boundaries of the room recede and kind of disappear. This is where a premium matte or dead flat finish changes the entire equation. When you use a deeply complex dark tone like Sherwin-Williams iron ore or a rich forest shade like Rookwood dark green in a true flat or matte finish, the result is incredibly luxurious. Instead of bouncing light harshly all over the place, to the back of the room, the matte surface absorbs it. It diffuses the light softly and evenly across the entire space. More importantly, it completely hides any of those imperfect drywall joins. It camouflages those surface ripples and gives the walls a dense, substantial presence that feels solid and grounded. It creates a space that feels like an upscale gallery where you can actually sit down, relax, and let your eyes rest. This leads directly into our second major trend failure, the great Instagram warm white washout. Over the last few years, the internet has kind of become obsessed with this whole organic, modern aesthetic. It has a beautiful style when executed correctly, in my opinion, and it's defined by clean lines, natural oak tones, raw linen, and walls painted in a soft, bright, trendy, warm white. Better than stark white, better than pure white, but still warm white. Homeowners look at these sun-drenched rooms online and assume that if they buy the exact same paint color, their house will instantly feel just as bright, airy, and expensive. They look up highly recommended low pigment colors like one of my favorites, Sherwin-Williams Alabaster or Sherwin-Williams Greek Villa. They get 20 gallons, and then they paint their entire home from top to bottom. The fatal flaw in this logic is the false assumption that every room in every house receives perfect, abundant sunlight. Paint colors do not possess internal light sources, unfortunately. Not yet, at least. Don't know how that would work. Today, they are entirely dependent on the quality of the light entering through your windows to activate their undertones. A trendy warm white like Alabaster relies on a massive amount of bright natural light to bring out its warm, creamy characteristics. When you take that exact same paint color and put it on walls of a north-facing room, a dark hallway, or even a basement with small windows, it's a disaster. It falls super flat, and it's very unappealing. Without strong sunlight to activate those warm undertones, a low pigment white paint has no power to fight the natural shadows of the space. That cool, bluish, dim light of a north-facing room mixes with the pale paint and turns it into a dingy, lifeless, unwashed laundry gray. Sounds great, doesn't it? The room doesn't feel open and airy, it feels completely neglected. It feels like you ran out of inspiration and just stopped right after applying the primer. Stop trying to wash out your home's natural character with a trendy white paint chip that was never designed for your specific windows. Sorry, Judy. The third overrated trend we need to dismantle is a classic design shortcut that has been overused to the point of absolute exhaustion. The single black accent wall. A homeowner wants to introduce some instant drama, some modern edge, or architectural interest to a standard boxy bedroom or living room. They are too intimidated to paint the entire room a dark color because they're afraid it will feel like a cave. So they make a compromise. They pick a sharp, heavy tone, like Sherwin-Williams tricorn black. Sound familiar? And they paint a single wall, usually the wall behind the bed or the television, while leaving the other three walls white. From a spatial psychology standpoint, the single black accent wall is a total cop-out. It creates a harsh, violent visual boundary line that completely disrupts the flow of the room. When you walk into a space with a single black wall, your eye doesn't travel smoothly across the architecture. It gets violently pulled toward that one dark plane, making the room feel instantly cut in half. Because a dark color causes a wall to visually recede while the surrounding white walls advance forward, it creates an awkward optical illusion that alters the proportions of the room and makes a square space feel narrow and disconnected. It tells anyone walking in that you wanted to make a really bold statement, but lack the confidence required to integrate the entire space. It kind of looks incomplete. So if you want to create a high-end dramatic room that feels like custom architectural kind of project, you kind of have to move past the compromise of the accent wall and commit to fully enveloping the space, or utilizing intelligent architectural color blocking. If you want a room to feel moody and luxurious, don't just paint one wall black. Wrap the entire room, all four walls, the baseboards, the window casings, in a complex shifting hue, like Sherwin-Williams Mount Etna. It's a stunning, deep slate blue with a heavy green undertone. By wrapping the entire room in this rich color, you erase the harsh boundaries of the corners. The lines of the room completely disappear, making the space feel expansive and cohesive and deeply comforting. If you aren't ready to go entirely dark on the walls, you can achieve a sophisticated look by reversing the traditional formula. So you can keep your walls a soft, elegant neutral like Shoji White by Sherwin-Williams, but paint all your trim, your built-in bookshelves, and your doors in a rich contrasting dark tone like Sherwin-Williams Urbane Bronze. So this integrates that dark color architecturally across the entire room, framing the space with intent rather than just slapping a giant dark square on a single wall. The fourth trend that has completely saturated the market is what I call lime wash mimicry. Authentic, old-world Italian lime wash walls are beautiful. Real lime wash is a mineral-based paint made from slaked lime and natural pigments that creates a matte, chalky, beautifully modeled texture that patinas over time. It gives a wall an organic, historic feel that looks incredibly premium. Very annoying to paint over and smooth out after, but I digress. The problem here is because authentic lime wash requires specific surface preparation and application techniques, a trend emerged where homeowners tried to fake the look. They take standard, flat latex interior paint, mix it with water or glaze, and use a massive brush to apply it to their drywall in these frantic crisscross motions, hoping to create a faux lime wash texture. The major problem with faking a mineral finish with standard latex paint is the latex is fundamentally plastic. So when you brush flat plastic paint across a wall in random, uneven directions, it doesn't look like an ancient villa in Tuscany. I hate to tell you, it looks like a poorly executed 1990s sponge painting project, or some nice ragging or smooshing. It ends up looking messy and chalky and dated. It creates this artificial, frantic texture that competes with your furniture, distracts the eye, and instantly lowers the perceived quality of the entire renovation. It looks like a cheap cover-up rather than a luxury architectural finish. And honestly, it's something that I considered for my hallway when I started scuffing the walls, moving furniture around and bags and all that. I thought, maybe I'll just do that faux lime wash thing so we'll never see the imperfections because the whole wall will look like imperfection. If you want your walls to have real depth and a high-end feel without the immense hassle or maintenance of real mineral paint, you don't need a fake paint trick. You need a highly strategic tonal color shift. Take a rich, sophisticated gray beige like Sherwin-Williams Mega Greige and put it on your walls in a premium dead matte finish. Then, instead of painting your trim white, drop down exactly one shade on the color strip to Sherwin-Williams Stone and put that on your baseboards and doors in a satin finish. This subtle, intentional shift between the matte wall and the richer trim, it creates this deep architectural texture that relies on real lighting and structure, not a messy paint trick. Keep it clean, keep it authentic, and stop trying to fake your finishes. At the end of the day, breaking free from the trap of overrated paint trends requires a fundamental shift in how you view your home. You have to step outside the frantic corporate trend cycle that tells you a color or a finish is outdated every 6 months. That includes me, okay? I'm a talking head too. I'm happy to give you guys advice and guide you along this design journey, but take everything I say with a grain of salt. Mass volume paint marketing and viral internet aesthetics are designed to make you feel insecure about your choices so that you keep buying new products, you keep repainting your rooms, and keep chasing this manufactured consensus of what luxury is supposed to look like. Genuinely expensive high-end homes are never designed based on what is currently trending on an algorithm. They are designed based on context, conviction, and harmony. A timeless space, if something like that exists, tend to be built by looking at the specific direction of your windows, respecting your physical realities of your drywall, and creating a cohesive color story that honors the architecture of the entire house rather than treating individual walls like a digital background filter or something. When you step away from the pressure of the internet and you start making paint choices with high design conviction, you transform your home from a collection of fleeting online trends into a grounded, beautiful space that will look just as sophisticated 10 years from now as it does today. If you're standing in your home right now, looking at your walls, feeling completely overwhelmed by all the conflicting design advice online, if you're terrified of investing a ton of money on a renovation only to have it look dated and disappointing after a few months, I want you to take a deep breath. You do not have to navigate this complicated process alone. We have designed virtual color consultations and palette pyramid surfaces for people like yourself. This will allow you to completely bypass the stress of guessing and ensure that your next paint project is a definitive success. When you sign up for a virtual color consultation, for example, you're not getting an automated list of popular colors. You're getting direct, personalized guidance from me. We do some video calls. We chat. I take a look at your decor, your personal tastes and all that, and I help you put together a beautiful color palette for your home that you're gonna love today, tomorrow, 10 years from now, hopefully. And for something even more affordable, we have the palette pyramid service, which is still customized by myself, but I just give you the color palette rather than picking every single color for your home. So it's a great solution for people that are just looking for that last little push in the direction to get those colors nailed. And that's what I'm here to do and help you with. So check the links in the description down below if you need a color consultation or a palette pyramid. We got you covered either way, and I'll see you in the next video.